Welcome back to Jacob's Toys 5-minute figure reviews. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe if you enjoy the channel. And this is part 2 of my Red Guardian and MELINA 2-pack 5-minute review. Now let's have a look at MELINA Vostokov, or the Iron Maiden as she's better known. She was of course played by Rachel Weisz in the film, so let's have a look at the figure. Now as a figure she's pretty solid. Not a huge amount to say. Obviously the face sculpt is pretty decent. It's definitely holds a resemblance to Rachel Weisz, so can't really complain. She's got the little backpack on her like the Black Widow figure, and she's got the removable pistols on her like her thigh holsters as well. Now the slight difference with this costume is that the knees and the shoulders are obviously have got like a yellow tinge to them in comparison to some of the other white suits that we've seen. She comes with a grappling hook, she comes with the 2 batons, and she comes with a couple of extra hands as well so that she can hold those things. So she's got fisted hands, she's got kind of trigger hands, and she's got more open hands. Now she obviously came in a 2-pack with the Red Guardian, with Alexei, played by David Harbour, and he was definitely the more superior figure of the 2-pack, but it was excellent that they also gave us MELINA as well, just because it rounds off that family that we saw in the Black Widow film. And we'll just put her batons in her backpack like with a Black Widow figure, and just stand her up as so. I'm going to bring in the white suit Black Widow and of course MELINA as well, just so that we can see all 3 together. Now you can see there is a slight variation in the colouring of the costumes. Like I said, the knee pads, the wrists, and obviously the shoulders as well have all got that kind of yellowy mustard, light kind of mustardy kind of colour as well. I'm going to have to go back and rewatch because I can't remember whether her version of the suit did have these or not, but it's nice that it does make her stand out a little bit. Now spoilers ahead, obviously we did see these 2 kind of swap around costumes during the film, so standing them next to each other you can see. I'm just going to swap the heads around, and you can see that the actual head swap on them works quite nicely. So depending on what part of the film you want to portray in your displays or your figure photography, you can indeed swap the heads around on these figures. And I'll bring her back in just to round it off. But yes, so the heads do swap. Now if I just make a little bit of a space here, I'll bring in David Harbour's Alexei Shostakov, or the Red Guardian, just so that we can see all 4 together. Now I think it's really nice. This is obviously the kind of standoff scene where MELINA was in the black suit and Natasha was in the white suit. So I'm going to swap her out for her actual white suit, because of course we did get 2 versions of Natasha. We got the white suit and the black suit. Now I think it's really cool that the heads do swap around, so that you can obviously have MELINA on the black suit and Natasha on the white suit. However, this is the pair, so let's just take away everyone else and leave it with MELINA, and obviously swap her back to her original body, because that is the figure that we're looking at now. Now as a figure, it's got the same kind of articulation that the other ladies have. Obviously all your standard articulation that you would come to expect in these figures, so you can move her around and kind of get her into a handful of nice poses. So there's really not much to complain about. I'm really pleased that we did get these as a pair. They were 2 that were obviously missing from the original wave that we got before the film came out. Obviously we did get a Red Guardian in the wave, but I addressed that in part 1 of this 2-part video. So looking at these 2 as a pair, it's a really solid 2-pack. Probably one of my favourite 2-packs that we've had in quite a while, actually, to be perfectly honest with you. It was 2 characters that I definitely wanted in the collection, and following on from the wave that we got, and obviously the exclusive as well, it was definitely a 2-pack that we needed. Even more so after watching the film, I was definitely pleased that a MELINA and an upgraded Alexei was on the way. So yeah, all in all, really solid 2-pack and a pretty decent female buck. I'm quite pleased that they did put a bit of variation in the costume, because it does mean that she stands out against the others. Let me just take the others away for a second, and I'm just going to compare these 2, and you can see that the mould is pretty much the same. So the markings on the suit, both the black and the white, are exactly the same. Obviously down the legs, on the back, on the side, and of course down the front in the chest piece. It's just on the black suit it stands out a bit more because of the shade of black and grey, and on the white it just kind of disappears in the flat white. But all in all, a really solid 2-pack and a really cool additional figure. If you're enjoying the reviews, please do like, share and subscribe. Thanks very much.